Happy birthday to Luana at Red Lobster. Yeah, also unbelievable kids today. I think when I was pregnant, that's what I used to make. Come on. You better eat later then.
Can you pass me my food? Can you pass me my food? Hello, person. I'm waiting for people. No one's here. No one loves me. No one loves me.
Mommy, come.
No, I can't. I'm doing something.
Mommy, come. See.
Hello, person. Can you say hi? Can you give me a thumbs up? Thumbs up for peace. Oh, thank you very much. Yes, I'm waiting for people to come. I don't know what's going on. This has never happened before.
Oh yeah.
See my hair? Dyed my hair last night. I don't know what was going through my head, really. Hey, what's up, Grace? Thank you very much. Oh dang, I should really probably not hum the song, because then I don't know, my video is gonna get flagged. Sorry, I'm just waiting for more people. How are you doing? How's everything going? I'm here right now in Delaware, my dad's house. Yes, they better freaking leave Michael alone. I am here to give my testimony. Michael Jackson is innocent of all charges. This is nonsense. And yeah, oh dang, I forgot to gel down my baby hairs. I gotta complete the look, you know. What's up? What is going on? Where are the people right now? Is Saturday a bad time to live stream? Is it? You think so? She's telling me yes. You guys think that Saturday's a bad time? Are people usually busy?
Live stream like on a snow day.
On a snow day? No. Dude, I live stream on Thanksgiving, and that was like my most people I've ever had, which is crazy.
Sitting around being fat and bored with their family.
They're supposed to be with their family, not watching me.
Nobody watches their family. Come on, let's
They should be talking to their family.
No one talks to family.
I'm not doing this very well. It looks kind of crazy.
I'm going to go talk tomorrow.
Oprah shouldn't have given those guys a platform. MJ gave her a big interview and she does this. Yeah, Oprah is a traitor, is a racial traitor. I'm just going to straight up say it. Monique has been saying for a long time that she's dirty and nobody listens. But I know, like, just think about it though. Like, Oprah's a billionaire. She's definitely had to step on a lot of people's toes, climb on a lot of people's backs to get there. You know, you don't just have that much money coming from nothing, especially. You don't just get that much money from just being a nice person without having to, you know, you gotta step on a little bit of people. You might have to do something kind of shady, you know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson too, he wasn't a perfect person. He wasn't a perfect person. He was weird. He was eccentric. He was maybe materialistic. He was, you know, I heard that he used to, like, if you kind of like said something that he didn't like or disagreed with him, or you weren't going along with the program, that you were kind of like out of the circle, which is one of the reasons why he was surrounded by vultures, surrounded by yes men, people who are just like, yes, 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 yes. Like, think about, you know, his plastic surgery and stuff like that. Like, what kind of person, what kind of doctor with any sort of ethics would continue to perform these surgeries on him? Like, why would you keep doing that when you see that his nose is already, like, you know, really fucked up? He's losing tons and tons of tissue. He has like next to nothing left. From what I understand, I'm pretty sure he was wearing like a prosthetic piece. You know, what kind of ethical doctor would continue to do this? Obviously not somebody who's ethical. I've seen plastic surgeons reject people. They're like, no, there's nothing wrong with your nose or whatever. Like, on TV, you know, they'll be like, no, there's nothing wrong with this. Like, I really don't want to touch it. I'm not gonna do that. You know, like, think about it. Yeah, I wasn't say I was a fan of Oprah, but I definitely don't like that bitch now. Like, I definitely don't like her. I'm not watching anything with her, nothing with videos. Last things that I'm watching of her are her interviews with Michael Jackson, because all this whole thing really did is just like make me back obsessed with him again. So, I am in Delaware right now, but I've been in New York for, for almost 2 weeks now. I am not PAing. I'm working as an director's assistant, finally, for the first time. Been waiting for this for a while. So I'm working as a director's assistant for a movie for Netflix. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Still, I've only worked 4 days so far, so we're still in pre-production, but not next week, but the week after is when we start. Principal photography is what we call it in the business, which means that's the first day we start shooting the actual movie, and that will go on for about 3 weeks, I believe, or maybe a month. And then, yeah, I don't know if I don't think they're going to really need me after that. I think it's like finishes towards the middle endish of April. And then there'll probably be a wrap party. And then that's it. I'm done, you know, because like I said, I work with the director. So I'm pretty sure that once he's finished being here, he's going to dip off, go back to LA, and I'll just be good. Yes, Grace, I know, I understand. Well, maybe not a billionaire. You could still be wealthy without, you know, being a shyster. But I think once you start hitting like the billions of dollars, that's when it's like, you know, I don't know, I might be biased that I would say that. This reflection's kind of trippy. It's like a reflection and a reflection. Yes. Hey, people, can you guys make sure you guys give thumbs up? I don't know where everybody is. It looks a little, whatever. Oh, I gotta have the one curl down. Hold up. Does that work? Oh, I just fucked it up. I gotta have the one curl in the face. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, oh, I forgot I'm supposed to be sipping, right? In honor of Michael Jackson, I got the most bougie looking champagne known to man. Like, known to man. Okay. Andrea, where's where's the orange juice? You didn't hear me? I said for me, the orange juice. Okay.
I wasn't here.
Huh?
I was upstairs.
Oh, orange juice. Y'all, look at this. How awesome is this bottle? I literally bought it because I thought, what would Michael do? Michael would buy the most gaudy looking champagne bottle known to man, which this one is. So I don't know if I've ever talked. Are you gonna make it for me? Yes, this is what Michael would do. He would have somebody else make it for it. Thank you. Serve it. Chop chop. Okay, so right. Yo, Grace, don't even get me started. When I saw that they started doing that, I was like, oh, okay, this has gone too far now. And honestly, before, like, I wasn't sure if I was going to watch the thing because I'm like, okay, just more lies. This fucker just comes out trying to say some things about him that's totally not true. And I'm just like, whatever. Then when people started, actually seeing it, they're like, oh my God, like this is so crazy. Oh, shit. Dang.
I know it was happening.
Dang, you wasting all of the champagne, girl. Come on now.
Well, what did you want me to do?
Okay. So I'm going to make a mimosa. That's what I'm going to be drinking today. Michael probably wouldn't drink out of this regular, schmegular glass, but we're going to do it anyway. So, yeah, they started taking off. Okay, so what you're saying about Bill Cosby. So when they came for Bill Cosby, I'm like, okay, Bill Cosby, he sucks, whatever. He's, raping chicks, giving them drugs and stuff like that. That's like really not cool. Then R. Kelly. Okay, we all know what's going on with R. Kelly. R. Kelly's a womanizer, that he's been doing these things for so many years. We know about this. And then, but the thing about R. Kelly was the way they handled it, the way the media handled it, and watching the documentary, I started to feel like, okay, this is getting a little bit weird now. Like, wasn't really like feeling it how they were doing it, because it was like, first of all, I work in, film and TV. I've worked on documentaries before. I've worked on reality TV shows, which is what it came off to me as, a reality TV. I know how it works. I know how the producers backstage, behind the scenes lead people to say certain things, or they may tell them to say something a certain way. Okay, they do that. And the fact that it was this big sensationalized circus of a thing, not to mention we all know how these parents were. Like, these parents were literally like selling their children off to him, people knew what he was doing. Everyone knew he was married to Liz. So it was just like, what y'all are doing this just for like, just for whatever. It just like, I do want to say I'm not supporting him at all. He's disgusting. He's, old man with young teenage girls. It's just like so sick. But the way that they went about it, the way the media jumped on it, because they're evil, so they just like try to ruin people's lives. They just sensationalize stuff. They will tell only parts of the story. You know what I'm saying? So they'll talk about R. Kelly having girls living in his house. First of all, what rich playboy doesn't have it's not illegal to have a harem. I wouldn't want to be a part of a harem, but it's not illegal like Hugh Hefner had tons of women living in his house, you know, that he was sleeping with, and no one was like, oh, you know, he's doing this. Now, I don't know. Those girls definitely seem like they're they're brainwashed, especially as defensive as the girl got. But yeah, like, I don't know. I think the way they handle it was very weird. I was like, okay, I don't like how they're handling with R. Kelly. And I was like starting to think that, like, yo, I'm starting to believe the conspiracy theory that it's like they just like only do the sensational shit to like Black people for the most part. Like Harvey Weinstein was, you know, that was a big story, but it was like, it wasn't as crazy as R. Kelly to me. To me, it wasn't as like crazy, especially Harvey Weinstein's been involved with big names. There are actresses that he slept with that have not come out. There's plenty of actresses. I know how this shit works, okay? Plenty of actresses slept with him and did not come out. Their careers are doing great. They're happy. They don't want to be a part of any of that stuff at all. They got their money and they're good to go, and that's the end of it. And then there are other women that decide to come out, you know, whatever. But I'm starting to really think that it's just starting to seem like it really is a race thing. Like, honestly, now what they're doing with Michael Jackson, and I only saw the first part of Leaving Neverland, and what triggered me to watch it, hold on, let me try and answer some of your questions. I'm sorry, I'm ranting now. What does it prosper a man to gain the world yet lose his soul? So true. Where is everyone? Yeah, where is everyone? I don't know, because we about to go in. I bought some Uncle Nearest whiskey. The slave Nearest Green made the receipt. The slave. Oh, really? Isn't Jack Daniels owned by a Black person? Which is pretty cool, especially because it's so mainstream. They brought it all back. He looks like old man now. Hefner had all of them dye their hair blonde. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm sure some of those girls were like brainwashed. Are you kidding me? These girls like money. Like, not all of them. Some of them probably are super naive, because I was actually like a really, really naive girl around that age. I was joking with my friend that like a guy probably could have gotten, well, my first relationship was with like a very like mentally controlling guy. So I'm like, that could have been me if I got messed with a celebrity. I don't know. There are girls that are actually really that naive. Like, they have no idea what's going on. They don't know that people can hurt them in the world. Like, you see it on the TV, you hear about it, but they don't realize that like someone can really actually hurt you, like, for real. They don't know that. And that movie producer left the country. What movie producer? Oh yeah, Roman Polanski. His nasty self, getting standing ovations and all that stuff. He was a director. The media and Democrats cover their own. Yes, exactly. That's what it's saying. Like, you're wasting time trying. Like, this is what is so weird to me. Why? Michael Jackson is dead, right? Okay, let's say in this theoretical, non-existent universe, the allegations are true. Why are you spending time trying to convict him when there are plenty of live pedophiles in Hollywood for you to be going after? Like, we have heard these stories. We all have seen the videos on YouTube. We heard plenty of stories of all these pedophile rings, political pedophile rings, and Hollywood rings. Okay, I don't want to get into this too much because I don't want the CIA coming to my house, but we all know that it's going down. Why are they going after Michael Jackson? There is a reason. And, you know, I might have to put my tinfoil hat on, because there is a reason. Like, there is a reason. I'm starting to believe that it's racial reason why Michael Jackson, you know, Michael Jackson has so much money. Yeah. Hey, you want to say hi? Hi to my friends for a second. This is my nephews. Say hello. See, you can't see them, but see, there's 5 people here. They're writing me right here. Say hello.
I'm gonna turn their heads off.
No. Seriously, don't do that. All right, I'll talk to you. I'll play later. I'm going on a rant right now.
You want this?
No, don't press any of this stuff. Come on. Beat it. Beat it!
Can you come help me get something out of India's room?
No, not right now. I'm sorry. Asheram. Okay. Hello, Cindy. Hello, Aloha State of Mind. Black Daniels. That's funny. Oprah doing the dirty work for Democrats. Yes, she is. These people are shady. I don't trust anything. You know, Hollywood supports the Democrats. Yes, Hollywood is practically owned by the DNC. There's a lot of, like, you know, propaganda that comes out. Let's not forget about the dirty old men in the neighborhood and families. Yes, of course. All this is crazy. So I wasn't sure if I was gonna watch Neverland. Then I started, as a serious Michael Jackson fan, I started to get real nervous because people were watching it and they were like, "Oh my God, it is so revealing. It is, you know, it's mind blowing." Like, I was getting a little scared. I'm like, "Yo, oh my God, like if he really did it, like that's gonna be so crushing to me." Like, I don't think I've ever talked about him on this channel, but y'all, I love Michael Jackson. I am obsessed with Michael Jackson. Posters all over my wall. Still, my old bedroom upstairs, okay? A lot of my style is from Michael Jackson. I do my hair. I will wear my hair like him. Sunglasses like him. Like, I had a Michael Jackson obsession. And people in school used to make fun of me because I was obsessed with Michael Jackson. And people will be like, "Dang, he looks so weird. Like, oh, you really like him? You're attracted to him and stuff like that." And I was like still attracted to him, even though everyone thought he was an ugly, disgusting freak or whatever. Because, I don't know, he just has like this. If you watch interviews of him and like get to really, will sort of see, because he's very secretive about how he really is, but just, and then there's a mystery element, and he's just so talented. Oh my gosh, like, he's just so talented and so smart, and he just used to read so many. Yeah, okay. All right, I'm not going to talk about my attraction to Michael Jackson anymore. Anyway, so, hi, Cindy. Hi, God's Beauty. Hello, people. I've been working all week on the new Ryan Murphy Netflix show. Where? Oh, you're in California, aren't you, Aloha? I will get to Colombia next. I'm still... Yes, long live Michael Jackson, Dexmond. Hey, everybody, can you guys give me a thumbs up, please? Thumbs up! All right, so I will get to Colombia and LA in a second. I just want to finish my Michael rant. So I wasn't going to watch the documentary. I was starting to get nervous, you know what I mean? And then a girl that I worked with on a TV show like 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago, she posted on Facebook like something like, "Y'all know Michael was fucking them kids," or something like that, And then I'm reading, and it didn't get that many likes on it. And she wrote in all caps. She's just being mad loud about it. And it just really was like, I usually try not to comment, but it just like really bugged me, because then I started reading the thread, and she's like in the thread saying like, she doesn't know, you can't really be sure. And I'm like, okay, so why would you make a whole post about it if you don't really know? And the thing that pisses me off is that if you really wanted to know, like, seriously, guys, if you really want to know, it takes like 2 to 3 hours of research. You'll find out it's not even just about Michael Jackson. You'll find out a whole bunch of information about a lot of things. Okay. When you read the evidence that supports, not even evidence that supports why he didn't do it. If you just look at the other side, okay, you're just going to be like, wow. Like, I watched a video of a guy who said that his whole life he thought Michael Jackson was a disgusting pedophile freak. And then he would get in arguments with people on YouTube saying like, "Oh, he did it. And he spent like 2 or 3 hours looking at videos like, you know what? Let me see what's really going on. Like, it's crazy the amount of stuff that, like, people, I don't know what people think was going on in the court case. There's an interview online with the 2004, one of the jurors from the 2004 case, and the guy is like eviscerating the prosecution. He was the lead juror, and he was eviscerating the family. He was like, they were shady, like they were clearly taking advantage of Michael, trying to take his money. Like, they were clearly, and Michael was acquitted unanimously. Like, the entire jury There was no odds, no outs. There was no one that wasn't sure. Everyone was like, he's innocent. Okay. The FBI conducted a 10-year investigation on him. They went through his whole house. They went through his safes. They tore the place apart. They tore it apart so bad that Michael did not even want to go back there. Okay. And he didn't go back there for the rest of his life, which wasn't that long. That wasn't that much time after they, did it. Okay. They found nothing. You can find this on their website. I have the whole 300-page court case on my computer. Okay. You can find this information out. It's there. And you all know the FBI. The FBI has over a 97% conviction rate. Over 97%. Michael Jackson is in that 3%. Over the past however many years FBI has been around. Okay? This shit is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. These allegations need to stop. Michael Jackson is big news media. This is what I think why the media hates him. I think for one, he was always very private and very secretive. He did not do interviews. He was a very mysterious person. The media doesn't like you to be mysterious. He didn't go out partying, getting drunk, getting fucked up, doing drugs, like just being a hot mess. The media doesn't like that. So they started calling him a weirdo, a freak. He's doing all this weird stuff and stuff like that. And then this story comes out and I remember when he died, it was like the news cycle was like 9/11, like constant for a month. That all they talked about, he's like, and then in 2004, after he was acquitted, they were pissed because if there was like a criminal trial, he would have been like, that would have been big news for them. But it's so fucked up, man. Like that 1993 case really, really, really hurt him. Really, 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 really hurt his feelings. Like really, really fucked him up. And then, around 2000, around the 2000s, 2001, or like late 90s and stuff, that's when Michael started to make a comeback. He's put out his Invincible album. I'm so glad to have been alive and remember like a Michael Jackson song being put out, like Michael Jackson doing promotion, Michael's new song on the radio. And he started coming back. He started doing, I'm sure he probably did a tour for that. And it's like, just as Michael Jackson's starting to make a comeback, he's working with new producers. Boom, this fucking case drops. These like leeches go and do this thing. That 2004 case, even though he acquitted, I feel like it truly broke his spirit. Like they won. Like, that meme, y'all won, they won. Like it was just over after that. So the Jackson 5 was my very first concert, and it was at Boston Garden. I had their poster on my ceiling. So when I was my top bunk, I could kiss Jermaine. That is so cool and funny. Dad. Where did you go see the Jackson 5 at? Where did you go see the Jackson 5 at? What year? Do you remember what year that was? My dad saw the Jackson 5 in 1974 at Radio City Music Hall, and he loves to rub it in my face that he was in the front and Michael was like right, He said he was 3 rows in and Michael was right there, and it's just like, dang. Oh, it just sucked so bad. It was so hurtful because it was just like you just felt like, you would meet him or you would go to his show or something, It was just that hope that you have. So it's sad that I never got close to Michael. The closest I ever got was I went to a private screening of For Colored Girls, which Janet Jackson was in. And so I was a couple rows, like 5 rows back from Janet Jackson when she came to the Q&A. She was late, of course, fashionably late. And yeah, that was like the closest. This year, me and my cousin are planning to go to LA, and we're going to go to the Neverland. We're going to rent a car, and we're going to drive to Neverland Ranch because I'm sure they're probably going to have some vigil, or they'll probably be playing music or something. And I'm going to fly my drone, so maybe I can get like some drone footage of Neverland. And yeah, it's awesome. It's been hard. It's been hard with 10 years without you, Michael. I missed you so much. Anyway, okay. So that was my Michael rant. One last thing. I wanted to know, has anyone here actually watched the Neverland I don't want to call it a documentary. It's literally a pedophile fantasy video for 2 hours. Like 2 men talking about a pedophile's fantasy. It was disgusting. And Wade Robinson, that's literally your catalyst. That's your source. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. This dude is like practically about to bust out laughing the most ridiculous thing he's saying in this freaking interview. At one point he said, and I quote, what did he say? He said, Michael Jackson put his grown man in my 7-year-old mouth. Imagine it. Imagine that. I was like, I'm not imagining that. That's nasty. What are you talking about? Like the whole thing was just like them saying stuff over and over and over, trying to get the image in your head so that you believe it. It's ridiculous, yo. And that thing was so ridiculous. And the other guys like talking about like, yeah, one day when me and Michael were sleeping, after we were sleeping together, and I woke up and he told me that he performed oral on me in my sleep. And I was like, okay. I'm like, what? Like, what is this, dude? Like, you serious? And I went back to that girl I was talking about earlier. Went back to her page. And I'm like, I just watched part 1 and I can't believe that that's what you got from this. Like, you really believe this? Like, you believe that? Why? There was nothing about it that was believable. They were not. Oh, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Michael Jackson is innocent, people. Okay? He's innocent. If the FBI can't get you, nobody can get you, man. Michael knew that his life was coming to an end. Lisa Marie talked about it. She did an interview after he died in like 2013, which renewed my like respect for her. She's talking about now that he is gone, she understands him so much more than she ever did when he was alive. And she still didn't dog him. She just said she had more love for him. You know, she's just like, it's like he really had a tragic life. You know, I mean, he had money, you know, he had glitz and glam. He had all these things, but as you can tell, like all those, having lots of things doesn't mean anything. He had a whole, basically 6 Flags in his backyard. He had animals that he ever wanted. He had, you know, every movie that he ever wanted. He had food that he ever wanted, you know, people around him. And he used to just talk about it. He makes so many songs about just being lonely, yo. Like, he was the loneliest man in the world. Like, the loneliest man. And then, you know, towards the end, the drugs he pushed, even though him and Lisa Marie divorced 2 years after they got married, she said that they were together for like 4 years after their divorce. They were still living together and everything. And the reason why they had to part ways was because she was like, listen, either the vampires got to go or I'm going. Okay. And he was like, well, bitch, you can go then, which is really sad. He had a lot of people around him that were using him. Even his doctor, the doctor that gave him the deadly dosage, was an opportunist as well. Like Michael picked him because he was shady, because he would do shady stuff. And he would have all these people. He'd try and be nice to all these people. You know, I think he had like a little bit of an obsession with like mediocrity, or like normalness. That's why he would get these people who were like normal and have them come live with him and stuff, because, you know, he would go to their houses and just like hang out at their house and just like look at their normal life. Like, he was fascinated by it because he never experienced that. It just sucks. He had a tragic existence, and then also on top of that, he's just unnaturally sensitive. He was a naturally sensitive person, and it was just a recipe for disaster. Once he had his head burnt and he had to take those painkillers, it was pretty much over. It was over at that point. I remember in 1993, he said that he had to go to the doctor. He had to go to rehab or something because he was like developing an addiction. He was open about it. And these people still, they're evil, man. Evil. One more fact. I went lurking on WikiLeaks for information on Michael Jackson. I'm like, let me see if they got any secret documents on Michael Jackson. And there was, I remember one thing I found was an email exchange between two journalists the day that Michael died. Actually, it might have been a couple of journalists. And one of them said to the other, me and you and the rest of the media are going to hell for what we've done. That's what they said. And I quote, you can go find it on WikiLeaks yourself. Okay. Actually, I might not have quoted it all the way right, but they said that they are going to go to hell for what they did to Michael. They know that they're wrong. They know that he was innocent, but they chose to do it for money. The whole idea of the mainstream media is just built off of negativity and bad things happening. Okay, the recent case, now we can start segueing off the recent case with what happened in, let's just say, the Oceania. I don't want to say certain words because I don't want YouTube to take my video down. Can you guys please give a thumbs up, by the way? Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. The MJ, it flopped. I don't know if it flopped, but it was trash. And it was boring as hell too, yo. I don't think I can stand to watch the second part. It's literally boring. It's literally like so boring. I'm not even just saying that just for fun. It's like literally boring. Will he be able to rest in peace? I try to think of it this way. Michael is already at peace, okay? Where he is, none of this earthly crap, darkness, weird stuff is touchable. Like, he don't hear, there's no turning in graves, there's none of that. Where he is nothing but peace. Nothing but, you know, stages and crowds screaming his name and white gloves, you know, and loafers. That's where he's at. It's just nothing but that. None of this stuff is touching him. What's good, friend? How you been? Loving the aviators. Thank you. I've been good. We talking about Michael Jackson, so I had to hold it down. Michael grew up in a small house with too many siblings, just like me, and we all slept together. Nothing nasty was going on. Of course not. I mean, I didn't have a lot of siblings, but definitely lived in situations where there's a bunch of us living in a house. Like, when I was born, it was like 5 of us in a 1-bedroom in the Bronx. And then me and my brother shared a room up until I was like 16 years old. Definitely nothing nasty was going on. Well, I know that LaToya said something about how their father used to abused her and maybe her other sister. I don't know how that's true or not. LaToya said some stuff that's untrue before. She seems like she's a little bit I don't know. Like, I don't know if that's true. I do think that Michael had been abused, but I think that happened once he was in Hollywood. And I think this is one of the reasons why he befriended like people like Macaulay Culkin, because Macaulay Culkin said that him and Michael went through the same thing, and Michael would always make sure he was okay. Like, he was his friend, like he was like his mentor, his guide, like trying to keep him sane, trying to keep him healthy and all this stuff, because he was like an older brother to him. Like, they went through the same exact thing. And, Michael's definitely told stories about how his dad would send in like prostitutes to try and sleep with him, like to try and make him lose his virginity when he wasn't ready. And he would I think he cried one time or something, or he was like hiding he hid under the bed or something because he was just so like, oh my God, like leave me alone. So, and the fact that they were performing in strip clubs and all that stuff from the time they were like super, super young. So I would not be surprised if they were in the hands of some creepy ass people and something like that happened. But Michael is like such a private person that he wouldn't even say anything like that. Like, it took him many, many years for him to admit to public, like, oh, my dad used to whoop my ass. You know what I mean? So last time I rode by his old house, it was super, super small. Don't know how they lived there. Really? In Gary, Indiana? That sounds really cool. Our cousins and neighborhood kids would sleep over, and we'd giggle all night long until my mother aunts would come in with the strap. Everybody got a whooping, even the kids that were sleeping. Dang, yo. I too also got a lot of whippings. I too, but let's not talk about that right now. My dad is in there. He's the one that did it. It was fun. She was married to a nut. Oh my gosh. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, the story, the story that is going on right now in the Oceania, you know, with that guy. Like the guy basically is trolling the entire planet because he said that he did this to start like a race and gender war. Like this is what he wants. He wants to start a civil war in America. He wants the left to hate the right and the right to hate the left. He wants us to blame each other. He wrote this in his manifesto. I have read just a little bit on it. And the media knows this, and they're playing right into it, like saying, this is Trump's fault. This is this person. You did this. You did. You guys are doing exactly what he wants you to do. This shit is like out of a movie. This is like a criminal mastermind right here. Like, this is out of a movie. I think he's kind of stupid. You know, the fact that he yelled, like, you know, subscribe to PewDiePie before he did this, because this is part of his troll. I think where he meant, I'm not trying to give anybody advice or anything. If he was really a criminal mastermind, he wouldn't have said in his manifesto that that was what he was trying to do. He should have just did it, and then that's what the result will happen. But now the fact that he announced it because he's dumb, because most criminals, well, not most, I won't say most of them are dumb, but a good portion of them are dumb. He told people what he wanted to do, and now they're doing exactly what he wanted them to do. But the media doesn't care. They just want a good story. You know what I mean? They're going to milk this and pump this for all it's worth, and then they're going to stop talking about it. Look what happened in Las Vegas. Largest mass shooting in history, right? Do you know what that guy looks like? Do you know why? Do you know anything about him? Are we figuring ways to, like, you know, try and detect this kind of person early? Like, are we figuring out new methods of anything? No, we haven't heard about that guy since maybe a month after it happened. It was like it didn't even happen. And this is what I don't like. They do things, they pick and choose what they want to say. Then they'll tell you a story and they'll only tell you half of it. Or they'll leave out, like, depends on their political leanings, they'll leave out information if it might make something look more neutral. So they'll tell you, like, they'll tell you the first part of the story, and then they won't tell you. No, you still hearing? No, I'm not in California. I'm in Delaware right now. I'm going back to New York tomorrow. Tomorrow. If you're here, people, please give a thumbs up to the kid. Please, please, please. Dang, I've been talking. I haven't been drinking my mimosa at all. I'll just click away. I forgot. I had a whole bunch of topics I was supposed to talk to y'all about. No? Okay, so it's post-Colombia, LA live in, MJ, mainstream media. I've gone off on a rant about them. So, right. I am here in Delaware. My cousin came down with me and her son to visit my dad and to, you know, just get out of the city. I recently, this past week, moved into a room. Then I'm just going to stay. I'm just staying in this room for the next 6 weeks while I work on this film. And then I'm going to come back to Delaware again for, I don't know. I'm not really sure how long. You know, I need to get, like, a real place. I need to get, like, actually find a real roommate. You know, somewhere I can stay for, like, 6 months. Because, yeah, I'm just not sure what I'm going to do. I don't know where I want to go, what I want to be, but, like, I'm going to come back to Delaware because right now the place I moved into was really just, like, last minute. The neighborhood is ghetto as hell. Like, oh my gosh, the neighborhood is so bad. Very shady. Lots of crackheads walking around. You know, it's not ideal. But it's nearby where my director is staying, and I have to, like, go to his place a lot to, like, pick him up and stuff. So yeah, I'm just pretty much doing that right now. This is actually my first time subletting, which is Pretty interesting. People seem kind of nice. What else was I talking about? Okay, so life, Colombia. Somebody had asked me. I don't know if are you still here, person who asked me how Colombia was 600 million years ago. Colombia was interesting. I'm gonna be honest with you. It wasn't like the most amazing, fantastic, wonderful trip that I've had in my life. It really wasn't. And I don't really like to say that about places, but the thing is, it's just like, everywhere in the world is not going to be like, oh my God, amazing, awesome, like sick. Like every trip is not going to be like that. Every place is not going to be like that. So I definitely don't regret it. I actually would like to go back to Colombia, but I would go back to Bogota. Dang, would I go back? I would like to go back to Bogota. I want to go to Cali. I want to go to Medellin. I want to go to Medellin. I always say Medellin. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Go back to Medellin, and I want to go to the Cocora Valley, and I want to go to the Amazon. So, yeah, Colombia is going to definitely happen again in the future, but I'm glad that I got it off my list right now. And, yeah, like, it wasn't... Dang, what is about Colombia? Well, first of all, going to Bogota was very, very, it was weird, like, because of, like, the oxygen thing. So I don't know if I told you guys about that. I think that right, because I only did my live stream. I only did my live stream when I was in Cartagena. So about 4 days in, we flew to Bogota, which is the capital of Colombia, as you may know. And one thing we didn't know is that Bogota is actually 8,000 feet above sea level. So we get to Bogota, we're kind of tired, and, we get to our Airbnb, and their elevator is not working. And so they're like, okay, we'll just carry your stuff up the stairs. So my bag is like, was like pushing like close to 50 pounds. So I was like, oh, do you need me to help you? And he's like, oh, do you want to help? And I'm like, first I was like, you really was going to accept my help? Okay, anyway, so I helped him lift it up the stairs. And by the time that we get to the top of the stairs, I'm like, I'm breathing so damn hard. Like, I can't catch my breath. It was only on the 3rd floor, man. I'm just like, yo, what's going on? Like, why can I not breathe? And so we get in the room, and like me and my friend are just like moving around the room, and then we go out to get food, and we're freaking like gasping for air, like, like any even small form of like extra work, like going up a couple steps, we were breathing super duper duper hard. And we got to Bogota around 12. So we had like a full day that we could have like, well, not a full day, but we had like, a good amount of time that we could have gone and did stuff. Yo, we went to sleep at like 4 and we did not wake up. We woke up again at like 11. Then around 1, went back to sleep, slept all the way until 10 a.m. the next morning. Like, it was crazy. Like, we could not breathe. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why we were like sleeping. So the air is just like crazy thin in Bogota. And we had no idea until I Googled it. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I can't not being able to breathe in Colombia. And then we met up with this other American guy from couch surfing, and he was like telling us about how he was working out in the morning. He was like, I don't know, it's just me, but like I have a really hard time breathing here. And we're like, oh my God, we're not tripping. So then I told him about like the fact that the air is so thin, like it's really, really hard to breathe. So Bogota was nicer. Like we stayed in the northern part, which is like, I wouldn't say it's bougie, but I would say it's probably like upper middle class area. I was actually really surprised coming from Cartagena, where it's like everybody's like brown or black. And, there are some lighter mixed looking people and stuff like that. But like everybody was mostly like, you know, looked very Latino or like black. And then to go to Bogota, and there's like no black people there, like at all. I was like really, really, really weird. That was like, especially our neighborhood, none, like zero. But when we went down more towards like the southern parts, which, sorry not to say, were the more impoverished parts, we started to see more brown looking people. It was freaky, man. It was kind of weird. And people, everyone, like in Bogota, in Cartagena, everybody thought me and my friend were Brazilian. So people would keep speaking to us in Portuguese, and they were like, "No Brazil, da, 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 whatever." And I'm just like, "Nope, sir." As you guys, as I mentioned in my last live stream, like we had a lot of problems with the people there. Like people were just like really not nice, and that pretty much continued when we went to Bogota. You know, I would smile at someone or like hi, and they just like like completely look away or something. The service people were always nice. Everyone in service was really nice. We had a tour guide when we were in Bogota our last day, and he was really nice. And like I remember at one point in the tour guide, he made us do an exercise where we remembered everybody's names, and he's like, "Hey Liz, how are you?" You know, asking me questions about myself. And I was like literally in shock. I'm like, "You're the first Colombian person that has like tried to strike up a conversation with me." I mean, granted, it's like his job and stuff like that, but it was still like, you know, very weird. There were a couple Uber drivers who would try and talk to me too. I like talking to them because their English is usually pretty bad, so they are like really happy that I'm trying to speak Spanish. And so yeah, it was cool. I definitely felt like in Mexico, like honestly being in Colombia made me miss Mexico so much. And I felt like in Mexico people were more like they want to talk to you, they want to know about you. Or me at least, they would want to talk to me. They want to know where I'm from. They want to know why I'm in Mexico. They want to know what I do for a living. You know, they wanted to know my background, like my race and stuff like that. Nobody in Colombia asked me my race like at all. Oh wait, maybe I think one time, and but maybe that's just because they thought I was Brazilian or something like that. I don't know. I thought it was kind of funny that they thought that. I'm like, you know, thinking like, oh, I look exotic or something. I'm like, oh, I look Brazilian. Oh, thank you. And then it's like, no, my family's just from the Caribbean. Like, that's it. No, Brazilian. That's too exotic for me. I wish that I was that. Oh, guys, can you please give me a thumbs up, please? If you are new here, thumbs up. Is it me as a chat not working or something? I feel like I haven't seen. Have I just not seen anything? Where is that gingerbread? I'm sorry, Grace. I just saw your thing pop up because I'm like, what the heck? The chat was not loading. Where is that gingerbread looking guy with the van with Trump's pics all over it? What do you mean? What gingerbread looking guy with the van with Trump's pics all over it? Tiffany Yearwood. Do I know you in real life? Your name sounds very familiar. Oh, I should go live on Instagram. Oh shit, I can't. Wait, can I? Apple just gave me a new phone today, people. I'm like, I am shooketh. I am shooketh that they did that. Oh man. Oh dang. Whatever. The guy that they said sent the bombs. Wait, I'm sorry. What bombs? What dorms? The guy that sent the bombs to the Dems? Am I missing something? What bombs? What Dems? You mean the Democrats? Oh, wait, do you mean that guy? That guy that just happened like a year ago or something? Okay. Yeah, actually, oh yes, right. That was so weird. Actually, I feel like that seemed like that was an inside thing to me. I feel like that was something set up by the Dems to do that, to like just try and make Trump people look like really, really bad. I think that was like their goal. And what's so crazy about this manifest? Ooh, what was that? Oh, Michael fell. Michael, don't fall. Can I put him somewhere? What if I just did the video like this? See, guys, this is like a legit picture. This is not recently purchased. This is literally a picture that my family has had since like the 80s, I'm pretty sure. Dad, you know the Michael picture with the yellow vest on in the gold frame? Okay, I don't feel like walking over there. Never mind. I was trying to see how long they've had it for. Okay. I was trying to figure out how long you've had that for. It's a picture of Michael Jackson during Thriller time. He's brown skin. Anything. Anyway, doesn't matter. Okay. We cannot even get our mail on time yet. The bombs all showed up around the same time. See, I like you. I like the conspiracy people, man. I'm not like a super crazy conspiracy theorist, like flat earther type levels, but there's some shady stuff going on here, man. And it sucks because it's like getting worse. Like, it's getting worse. And it just feels like we need to be concerned with this whole method of the media of making the other side seem evil. Because once you start making it seem like the other person is evil, that's when it's like, okay, we need to destroy evil. We need to, so the right making the left look evil, the left making the right look evil. It's not going to be good for any of us. Okay, so we need to stop doing that. The live stream media, I hate them. Don't buy the tabloids. If you just so happen to watch that crap, okay, that they call the news, in the indoctrination box, in the brainwash box, also known as the television, when those commercials on, change the channel, okay? Don't support them. Don't watch their ads, okay? Don't click on their ads. Put your ad blocker up. Actually, except for when you come to my channel, then disable it. No, but yeah. I actually would love to know what kind of ads display on my channel. I actually might be able to restrict that. Like, restrict it that I have no politics and no news, because I don't want to support any of those people. Fox News, CNN, who I hate the most. None of those people. These people, like, one, I really started my hatred for them was when, like, how I started going down this hole was, of course, what they did to Michael Jackson always bugged me. I have this, oh my God. Jace, I have a assignment for you. Can you go upstairs in my old room and bring me the magazine, the one that has Michael Jackson on it? Remember I showed you last night? It's upstairs in my old room.
Oh, you mean that guy? You mean the picture that is brown?
Yeah. It has all the people on it. It's upstairs.
Oh, you mean the person on it?
Yeah.
You mean the thing that you showed me when I took off my jacket when I came here?
Yeah.
That picture?
Yeah, it's a magazine upstairs on the TV stand. Can you bring it for me?
But isn't my mommy up there?
Can you bring it for me, please?
Is my mom up there?
Can you bring it, please?
Uh-uh.
Why not?
I'm scared to because I don't want to go by myself.
Your mom's up there.
But I want you to go.
Oh, God. Reasoning with a 5-year-old. Okay. Please. I'll give you ice cream.
I want ice cream right now.
I'll give it to you. You gotta go get it.
Give it to me.
Okay, never mind. Anyway.
Give me my ice cream. I'm gonna turn off.
Stop. We cannot even get our mail on time. Yeah, I can't stand mainstream. If Trump is so bad, why in the hell would lies need to be made up? Lies wouldn't be necessary, but truth would be bad enough. Oh, so true. You're kidding me. You're in Barbados right now? You're in Barbados right now? Why the hell are you on here talking to me? Can you beat it?
My ice cream.
Beat it!
Have my ice cream.
Beat
Have
it!
my ice cream.
Beat it!
I want my ice cream. Can you give me it?
I asked you for, you had to give me the magazine in order to get the ice cream. I have this magazine. I have a magazine upstairs.
I'm not getting it. I'm gonna turn off your friends.
Come on, please.
Never.
Okay, so there's a magazine. Dude, you gotta chill, man. I'm gonna be really not happy. So there's a magazine that I have that's like 100 celebrities for 100 years. And it has like Princess Diana, Michael Jackson, like all the old people, Frank Sinatra, all this stuff. Please tell me why this article is supposed to be like celebrating celebrities. And they say the most horrible things about Michael Jackson in this article. Dude, chill. I really, really want to get it. You really can't go get me the magazine, please?
No.
All right, anyway. Dang. All right, I'm going to go get it. I'm going to go get it because I really want you to see it.
I'm gonna go get it for you. I'm gonna go get it for you, okay? I'm gonna go get it after you, Daddy.
Okay. All right. Dang. Okay. So I wanted to get this magazine. 200
ice cream.
200 greatest pop icons. See, Michael is in the corner. Let me read you. Dude, what's up?
Oh, my ice cream.
Okay, well, later. I told you you had to get the magazine for it. You didn't get it. Yo, you're such a fraud. Now you're going to make me seem like a bad person.
I want ice cream.
Okay, and I want Michael Jackson back. We can't get what we want. Okay.
I want ice cream.
Yo, I'm trying to figure this out.
Ice cream.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna find it. You just ate ice cream, so chill. Don't even.
I want ice cream right now.
You're such a fake. Okay, so this is the article. This is the picture they used for Michael. Now let me read to you what they said about him. It says, yes, Michael invented the moonwalk, one of the most original dance moves ever. But the man's uniqueness has been defined in countless other ways. Consider his androgynous look. Dude, stop.
Ice cream.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Ice cream.
I don't have ice cream. I told you I would have got it for you later, but you didn't get what the thing. He's trolling. Dude. Jace, you're such a fraud, man. I'm laughing at you. You are a fraud. Okay. Okay. Consider his androgynous look, his overall... I'm sorry. That was really sucked. Okay. I'm going to start from the beginning. This is what they said about him. Yes, Michael did the moonwalk, one of the most original dance moves ever. But the man's uniqueness has been defined in countless other ways. Consider his androgynous look, his over-altered nose, his Peter Pan syndrome, which includes Neverland, the aptly named amusement park he installed in his backyard. All eccentricities that have made him oddly beloved by fans. Oddly beloved. Okay, because there's no reason to like Michael Jackson. Okay. More troubling have been the accusations of child molestation, his playfully dangling his infant son over the railing of a Berlin hotel balcony, and making his 2-year-old kids go masked in public. Really? You can't really think of why he might want to hide his children in public. Really? You can't think of that? You can't think of why? There was his brief, stormy marriage to another pop icon's daughter, Lisa Marie Presley. And then there's Jacko's spendthrift. So, you know, when they call him Jacko, it's a reference to Wacko Jacko, right? This is People magazine's the greatest icons, right? They're supposed to be celebrating these people. This is how they celebrated Michael. This is from, I believe, this is from like 2002 or something like that. Something like that. Okay. And then there's Jekyll's spendthrift. Though he has earned an estimated $500 million over his career, his former financial advisors charged in a 2002 lawsuit that he was on the verge of bankruptcy. Michael Jackson bankrupt? You've got to be kidding me, right? Okay. Given such distractions, it's too easy to forget that Jackson is, or was, after all, the king of pop. He was the king of pop, really? After all, whose 1982 classic Thriller is considered the best music video ever made, and whose original funky lyrics and kinetic grace as a dancer mark him as a musical genius? He deserves some kind of shrine, perhaps his very own moon. This is the article that they're supposed to be writing to celebrate him. They have a vendetta against Michael Jackson. The media does. They always have. It doesn't matter about evidence. It doesn't matter about the truth. It doesn't matter the fact that the kid from 1993 came out and said that he was lying. Okay. One thing they won't tell you is that Wade Robson's mother back in 2013 said that he was lying because he came out and started preaching to people that, oh, Michael molested me. I just realized it. And his mom came out and said that he was lying. And now she's in the documentary saying that is true, blaming Michael Jackson for the fact that she left her husband and took 2 of her 3 kids. That's right, 2. She left the other one. She left her husband and moved to Los Angeles, asking all around town for Michael Jackson and started living with him. Like, come on, man. Come on, dude. You are a vulture, just like all the other vultures. And when he didn't want you in his circle anymore, and he knew that you were a leech, he started to phase you out. And now you're mad because now you can't make any more money off of him. Wade Robinson was still trying to, I don't need to tell you, I'm sure you guys have seen the rebuttals. Daniel Talley checking in. What's up, Liz? Nothing much. What's up? We've been here. I've been talking about Michael Jackson like this whole time. But there are people still here, so I don't know. You guys must like it or something. Please give a thumbs up if you are just coming in. There's people coming and going. Not giving thumbs up makes me sad, but that's okay. He didn't invent the moonwalk. Yeah, I think he said he was inspired by somebody else, but I think he probably made a part of it, and maybe some of the, I don't know. I have to do more research on that. I guess I didn't know that. I didn't just buy this, but I bought this within the past like 2 months ago that I have to read. I'm sure you know what's coming out of here. Moonwalk by Michael Jackson. So this is his autobiography or whatever. So I got to read that. I had left it here because I was reading something else, but now the fact that all this is happening, I want to read it even more now. Hey, what's up, new people tuning in? Please give me a thumbs up. Please give a thumbs up. But Grace, so you're in Barbados right now. Where are you staying? Like what part? How long will you be there? What do you plan on doing? You're about to go out. Where are you gonna go? Just asking these questions is making me think about swordfish right now that I really, really, really want. Dang. Yeah, I gotta go to Barbados this year. I don't know how. I don't know when. I don't know when. It's mostly just Michael Jackson ranting. I asked you guys though, has anyone actually seen the Neverland documentary? Has anyone actually watched that crap? I feel like now I need to watch the second part just to like make sure the door is all the way closed on this. Ugh. Sorry, hopefully that's not annoying. I'm probably gonna end the live stream soon. I just want to know what your thoughts are. And guys, don't think I'm a bad person because I didn't give a little kid ice cream, okay? We were trying to enter into a contract. I said, if you get the magazine, you will get ice cream. He refused, okay? This is the same kid that just had ice cream 1 hour ago, okay? He refused. And then now, after I go get the ice cream, get the magazine myself, now he's saying I owe him ice cream. That doesn't make any sense. Okay? He's having a temperature. He needs a nap. That's honestly what's going on. CJ Majesty, what's going on, buddy? My throat is really itching me. Oh my God. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I'm drawing a blank now. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please give me a thumbs up. Okay, I know that I went to Colombia, 2 weeks ago. Trust me when I tell you that the videos are coming. I already started editing the first video. In the whole time that I was in Colombia, between Colombia and LA, I shot probably, ooh, excuse me. Oh my gosh, you guys are seeing a crazy side of me. Yo, do not throw that. Okay. I shot probably like 10 videos. So plus I had 2 that I had already shot that I didn't put out. So it's about to go down, all right? So I appreciate you guys. Grace, I don't know, maybe you're fixing your hair or something. I will check you guys later. Please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much. Bye.
You're done? You're done?